And a thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. It's the Chicago Bulls facing Los Angeles. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
And perhaps the best thing about him, Steve, is the way he takes charge down the stretch of close games. The higher the stakes, the better he plays.
So the Lakers win the tip. And the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Johnson. Dishes it to Kobe. From the arc. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
Rose with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Rose kicks to Rodman. And there's the feed to Jordan. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. On defense, Chicago. It's a three-point game. West passes to Johnson. For three, Kobe. And another three for the Lakers.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Outside Jordan. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. West kicks to Johnson. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
And I also really like his skill as a low post passer, guys. He sees the whole court and doesn't hesitate to pass up his own shot if he can get the ball to a teammate for a better look.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. West trying to free himself up. And Magic Johnson the bucket on the assist by Shaq. And it's 8 points for Johnson. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Rose against Johnson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Pippen against Kobe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one on Pippen.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. And Kobe drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Jordan. He feeds it to Pippen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Pippen's got his first points of the game.
That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
Passes it to Johnson. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, a great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Rose. With some arc.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Bulls have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. The free throw drops for Rose. Lakers leading by 12. It's Goodrich on the wing. Outside Worthy. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Baylor. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And you know, Steve, what I like is his offensive rebound. I mean, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure. He epitomizes that. He's found those garbage buckets to be plenty rewarding.
Now here's Butler. Grant sets a screen for Butler. Love. Pass to Rose. The rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. Here comes James Worthy. 15-point game. That's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
So it's Chicago now after the basket by Los Angeles. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rebounded by the Lakers. Left side West. He passes to Goodrich from deep three-point range, and another 3 for the Lakers.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Lakers ahead. They lead by 18. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
Bulls trail by 18, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Derrick Rose. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Brett is out there with Dang, and it's Love in at the 4 slot. West dishes to Baylor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jerry West. Baylor's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Lakers. Here's Chicago. Rose with the ball. He has 5. Left side, Love. Back to Rose. He kicks it to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Elgin Baylor with the rebound. Lakers leading by 20. Here's Mikan. Offensive rebound. Feeds to Goodrich. Elgin Baylor on the wing. And stolen by Love. He dishes it to Dang. Pass to Rose. Knocked away. Gasol with the steal. Here's Baylor, and he finishes nicely on the way. Baylor's got 7.
And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Dang passes to Rose. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
The dish to Chamberlain. Johnson kicks it to Goodrich. Now the pass to Johnson. Into Wilt Chamberlain. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, you'd have to consider this not one of their best performances.
Here's Sloan. He's covered by Goodrich. The kick out to Rose. And again, Chicago. No good. This is to Johnson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Johnson's got 10 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Here's Grant, and the block by Johnson. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Love check in for Chicago. Jimmy Butler comes in for Horace Grant. Here are the Lakers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Worthy kicks to Johnson. Fires at the elbow. And the jumper is good. 12 points for him.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
And that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all. Just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Los Angeles on D. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Rose with the ball. West picks him up. Butler dishes to Love. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Johnson, the pass to Gasol. The feed to Worthy. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Butler. Here's Sloan, defended by Gasol. Here's Rose. Connects on the 9-footer. Rose has got 7 points in the game. Here's Johnson. Back to Chamberlain. It'll count. Monumental buzzer beater!
What a thrilling shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Simply fantastic. Cool as they come. Even keel and flatline that one.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Johnson. He has 15 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Here comes Derrick Rose. We've got West. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Kobe in at the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Here's Rose. It's Pippen on the wing. All sorts of time. And Jerry West pulls it down.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
He feeds it to Johnson. Passes it to O'Neal. Banked in off the glass. Shaq's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Lakers. Outside Jordan. Outside Rose. Back to Jordan. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot's good. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Goodrich, he's checked in for West. Johnson kicks to Kobe. Back to Johnson. On the wing, Kobe.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Los Angeles making a switch here. West is checked in. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Stolen by Rose. Right side Rose. Into Jordan. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Kobe, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Rose kicks to Pippen. Right side, Pippen. Pass to Jordan. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Chicago making some changes. Love check in for Rodman. And it's Kukoc in for Michael Jordan. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Shaq kicks to Goodrich. Worthy beyond the arc. That drops. Worthy's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Here's Sloan. They can't stop the run with that one. Now Shaq. Gasol dishes to Kobe. Outside Worthy. He passes to O'Neal. The 8-footer. And again, it's the Lakers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pippen with it. And Worthy picks him up defensively. He kicks to Sloan. Back to Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Chamberlain's checked in for Shaq. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Pau Gasol. West is checked in for Kobe. And it's Johnson in for Goodrich. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Worthy kicks it to West. Feeds it to Abdul-Jabbar. Left side, Worthy. Pass to West. He dishes it to Johnson. The tray. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Pippen against West. Tries it from the top of the key. And too long on the shot.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
And so it's the Lakers with it. So for Chicago right now, Dennis Rodman is out there with Tony Kukoc. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Noah. And it's Sloan in at the 1 spot. Kicks it to Gasol. Back to Goodrich. Elgin Baylor on the wing. Noah with the block. And Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Los Angeles. Chicago with the ball. Kukoc, a screen on Goodrich. Here's Sloan. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Goodrich kicks to Gasol. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Love check in for Dennis Rodman. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Stolen by Noah. Butler with the ball. Baylor picks him up. Baylor with the steal. Here's Gasol. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And stolen by Goodrich. For the finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Outside Worthy. Back to Goodrich. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The dish to Worthy. Launches a 3. Outside Baylor. Kukoc with the steal. All alone. And it's Butler with the jam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Is it getting dark in here? Because if not, it's time to turn the lights out.
They're out already. I mean, give them a ton of credit for the job they did here today. Really impressive.
Knocked loose. And it's the Lakers on the break. Butler with the block. But they get it back. James Worthy on the wing. Outside Baylor. Inside to Gasol.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Gasol comes to help. Butler passes to Kukoc. Dishes to Love. He's covered by Goodrich. Love can't hit. Worthy with it. Gasol kicks to Baylor. Here's Wilkes. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Wilkes has gone 1 of 3 on the night. There's the pass to Sloan. No out. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
That one is off. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Worthy. The feed to Goodrich. Pass to Baylor. He kicks it to Worthy. Back to Baylor. Goodrich. Shoots a 3. And that one's good.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Here's Rose. No good from 18.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on it. From the opening tip